Welcome to the Rampage fan page. My name is Vincent.
My name is Chris. I actually really like that, actually. Thank you.
Yeah, should we do that?
I like it. I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
Let's do it. Okay, let's fucking do it. This
This
is
is
called
the
the Rampage fan page from
This is
now
the
on.
official Rampage fan page. I love it.
Yes. Amazing. Very
Fantastic
great.
name. That's the most creative thing we've done ever, actually. So please drop a like for that. Subscribe for that, actually. Be a part of Rampage fan
Yeah.
page every Friday or Saturday or whenever this goes up. Just be part of it,
Yeah, for sure. I don't know when this is going up, honestly. I mean, the uploads take forever now.
I mean, most likely, probably Sundays, right? Probably.
I mean, when Clunky Court happens, I mean, that's going to be another creative one. So,
Oh my God. Is it more creative than
Clunky
Rampage
Court,
fan page? I mean,
I don't know.
Clunky Court doesn't rhyme. I mean, listen,
But it's 2 C's. It's like a word alliteration or whatever.
it is that thing, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. We could have alliterated the title of the last video, Baron's. We could do like 3 B's in a row, but we did CBB.
Honestly, I was gonna send you a message saying, "Look,
But it was like BBC backwards.
I didn't even notice that. That's perfect." I was gonna send you a text. Just send you a text saying, "Look, I know what I said. If you want to do some alliteration there, have fun with that."
Yeah. Yeah, you should have done that. But I mean, look what we got out of it. So I mean, I'm not too mad about it.
CBB, love it. Great.
Yeah. Perfect.
Anyways, we're here to talk about, like he said, the very first episode of AEW Rampage. As well, we already introduced ourselves. I'm freshly hydrated. He isn't. Let's get into this.
Yeah, I'm not hydrated. I mean, I am hydrated, just not freshly.
So look, here's some
Like how
before.
Orange Cassidy's freshly squeezed. I don't even know what that means. It means he jerks off backstage and comes out or something.
I don't think. Okay, whatever. I don't even know if I want to touch that one. Okay, wow. I was gonna talk about how before what happened before we started. We literally just went from doing the SmackDown review into this. Like nearly a minute passed between us doing that. I took a sip of water, you didn't, and you're over here fantasizing about Orange Cassidy doing some things. Man.
I'm not fantasizing. I'm just bringing up a theory.
I mean, I assumed it was an orange thing. Oranges get free. Can't even
He's
say
an
things right.
orange. He's Orange Cassidy.
I can't even say freshly squeezed anymore. So thrown off I was by that.
Perfect.
Anyways, we're gonna move forward. We're not talking about that. We have to actually, because Orange Cassidy does make an appearance in the crowd during this match, so that's unfortunate. But okay, so first episode of Rampage, we get Kenny versus Christian for the
I thought it was gonna be
Impact.
the main event. I did.
It should have been realistically. They said that it's gonna be the very first match though, which I guess is more historic than the main event, possibly.
I guess. Yeah. So it's for the Impact Championship.
Yeah, and really,
And the TNA, I guess, as well.
I think that's what it was. I was kind of confused on whatever chance, but I think that's what it was.
It was the Moose Championship.
It was
Oh yeah,
formerly.
the TNA. The old TNA belt that Moose just used to wear recently.
That is true.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's
don't keep
gonna.
up with I don't keep up with any of that stuff, so I wouldn't know what the fuck's going on in Impact.
I mean, hey, you're doing better than I am. I haven't watched an episode of Impact in years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Christian versus Kenny Omega, I thought it was a very great first match to have on Dynamite or Rampage. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was fun, even if it wasn't like the perfect match, like they were messing up some things here and there, but it was cool.
Now, realistically, would I have done this close to their match and All Out, and would I have given Christian the belt over maybe someone from Impact? Actually, who could have used the win more? Maybe not, but hey, I love Christian. Who doesn't love Christian? Good for him. He won the title.
Yeah, I mean, he found those belts, but he can't find his peeps, and that's pretty unfortunate. But other
That
than
is true.
that,
It's been searching for 20 years.
I like the story they're going with, where it's like, I mean, I didn't like the fact that they were having a Christian versus Kenny so close to the All Out match, but I also like the story of him already taking a belt from Kenny and how Kenny must be scared now of Christian because Christian is capable of beating him, even when Kenny tried to cheat to win.
It is true. So, in case you didn't see the show, what happened was Don Callis tries to distract the referee for a very long amount of time, actually. I'm surprised the referee didn't think something was up. But the Young Bucks
It
come
was
out.
too long. It was too long.
It was very long. The Young Bucks managed to come out, past Kenny the chair. Kenny goes for a one-winged angel on the chair, but Christian reverses into the kill switch, hits out on the chair instead.
A bit of a foreshadow too, because they did that same thing like at the beginning of the match where Kenny tried the one-winged angel, and then Christian dropped down into like a kill switch position, and then Kenny rolled out of the ring. So it was a bit foreshadowing in the beginning of the match that led to the ending of the match, which actually won the match for Christian.
They did. That was really cool storytelling that I didn't even catch just until now. So thank you.
Me too. Yeah.
But anyways, like you said, very like an actual full minute passed between all this happening. The referee is like, "Listen, Don, I don't know why you're talking to me so much. I have a match to officiate here. What are you
I'm not
doing,
gonna,
man?"
even without being told to do that. Like, and okay, let's just say it's like a legitimate thing, right? And I'm a referee for something really serious, like an MMA fight or something. But I'm over there getting distracted by some other shit on the side, by like one of the dudes on the side, like for part of like a posse or something like that. And I'm over here just talking to that dude. I'd probably actually do that in real life, like just talk to that person for like a minute straight as the other dude's fucking cheating or something.
I mean, I don't know why you would do that. That's pretty weird.
It just sounds like something I would do. I don't know. I'm just fucking insane like that. I don't
You
fucking.
wouldn't assume
I don't
something.
know why I would do that. Probably wouldn't until the end when I'm just like turn around. I'm like, shit, I should maybe not done that. But yeah,
And so Christian says, "Excuse me, Mr. Referee Man. Yes. Oh, a pin. My bad.
yeah, I would actually probably do that in real life. I don't know why, but yeah, sounds like something I would do.
Well, hey, I wouldn't do that. But it was a great match, so I'll let it go."
Yeah.
So, like I said, solid, great match to start the show. We get an interview with Christian with Mark Henry in the backstage area.
Oh yeah. First of all, the commentary team is great. Okay.
It is one thing I gotta say, it doesn't make sense that they have audio issues with Rampage when it's basically just Dynamite, but only an hour.
Different time.
Yeah, I couldn't hear commentary for a little bit. Like during the actual show, I couldn't hear them over the
Yeah.
actual match, the crowd. I thought it was pretty weird.
I don't notice that at all. To be honest,
It might have just been me, but listen,
maybe that
I,
was you.
what I did hear, I enjoyed. Taz, Chris Jericho, Mark Henry was only there for one match, and Excalibur. That was a lot of fun to see them on commentary together.
I like the feel of the show. I just like the way it feels. It feels more legit than Dynamite does. Like it feels like an actual like fighting event type thing.
It
When
does.
it's like, oh, I gotta leave the commentary table to go get an interview with the dude that just won type thing. I like that stuff. I wish it would have happened in the ring though. I wish Mark Henry would have, walked his way to the ring and then interviewed Christian after he won, rather than go backstage with him. But that's and then the one later on where he was like on the face thing with Britt Baker and whatnot. That was good too.
That was cool.
Or
Uh,
whoever it was, I forget who it was.
it was cool. I mean, I know for a fact now you regret saying you didn't want to interview Rampage. Interview review.
Oh
See
yeah, I
this?
do. That's why I changed my mind. I was like, let's just do it. Let's do it. But
You
I
can
still
tell.
don't have confidence that it won't end up like Dark. I still don't have confidence.
I mean, this already feels bigger than Dark did when it first started.
Okay, look, they had some bangers on Dark when it first started. Like they just put Kenny Omega on that shit. They may have put Cody on that shit. I don't even know, but they were putting everybody on that shit. And then apparently they just decided fuck it, and then just used it to, I guess, build stars, but no one knew they were getting built. And yeah,
This doesn't feel the same to me. Now you had 3 title matches. You got
well,
matches like
it's
Christian was.
also on television and not YouTube.
That's true. So I mean, I think they're taking this a little bit more seriously.
Exactly. They'll take it seriously right now, where they'll just put they'll make it feel like a pay per view every night. But then when it comes down to it, I'm sure they're gonna weaken the show so much.
I don't think it'll be that much. It won't. Maybe there won't be like a title match a week, but it'll be like super weak.
That, or they're gonna treat it like a SmackDown, and I want them to treat it like a SmackDown. But I don't know. I'm not gonna give them too much credit
All right. Well,
for
anyways,
a lot of their decisions that they have. So
well, yeah. Well, like you said earlier, they get the interview with Mark Henry, and Christian starts going on about how he's in Kenny's head now, which I really also like the idea of. You get a more deranged, more paranoid Kenny going into All Out. That could lead to a very interesting twist on the match, I think. So
it
it's
could
not the
be,
same thing.
it could be a great story, like an actual better story than what we've seen last night, type thing.
Well, I mean, it's a lot better because we didn't get any story really going into it.
Because it's gonna be the main event. So at the end of the night, when all shit's said and done, I mean, something big is gonna happen.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the main event.
I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it's the AEW World Championship. I just think it might be the main event.
It could be. I'm just saying, like last time it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean that. Okay, who smells? Yeah, hopefully it is the main event, and then hopefully something big happens. That's what I feel happening. Like I feel like the story just leads to something huge.
It could possibly.
Yeah, rather than like what we've seen on. They have to like one up themselves.
Yeah, that is a danger of doing this. Like they just did doing 3 title matches, having the classic like Christian and Kenny, and doing all that. You set a very high standard for yourself. You're not going to be able to easily do every week. So I don't know if
Yeah,
this was the smartest thing
they're gonna have to
strategically.
rely on story shit. There's like people on the side coming into the match and stuff like that. The referee getting bumped out, things like that.
Yeah. Well, I think we lingered on this for a good amount of time. Now we can move on to the next match.
Taking it home to WWEC dub Christian. Love it.
It's the Impact Championship, man. There's no WECW here,
He took
okay?
the TNA championship to Team WWECW.
It's dead. It's not even real anymore. It's a dead brand, okay?
What do you mean?
It doesn't exist anymore.
Both TNA and WWECW still exist in my heart with Tommy Dreamer and Christian.
And yeah, you can enjoy that separately. Okay, I want to hear about the WECW.
And why else do you think Orange Cassidy jerks off before he comes out? He's jerking off to WWECW shows.
He's you're destroying it. If we ever get big
Tying it
enough
all
to have
together.
guests,
It's a big story.
I'm mad as hell because I know one day we get super big, right? And someone's gonna pull this clip up. We get an interview with Orange Cassidy.
Pressure squeeze. Haha.
Oh God. Okay. So where even was I? Uh, during the
Where were
interview,
you?
I,
Okay, yeah.
before we move on, Orange Cassidy was in the background during the interview with Christian. Just want to
I'm
note that
telling you. Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
not jerking off. Don't make it weird.
I mean, who knows? You don't know that.
He wasn't. Nothing was moving. He was just standing there. Okay, you saw
I
him
mean, who
very clearly.
knows what happened when the cameras were off? I'm just saying.
I don't want to know. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway,
Fresh video package for Miro and Fuego del Sol. It's a quick one, but it gave some story, which is always nice. If
yeah.
Fuego del Sol wins the
Is he
match, he
actually
gets a
from
contract.
Alabama?
Apparently,
Yeah, because I remember during the match, Chris Jericho was like, what kind of luchador comes out of Alabama?"
Fuego del Sol does.
He
That's who
does.
does it.
Hmm.
And, it was what you would probably expect. Fuego del Sol gets some offense, like in the beginning, but he doesn't actually end up winning. Miro gets the game over. He taps out. Miro rips up the contract. Ballas down to the title, leaves. But then, out of the kindness of his heart, Tony Khan says, "You know what, Sammy, don't give your best friend this contract. He earned it."
So most of Fuego del Sol's offense were tornado DDTs
It was
because
basically
that was
everything.
apparently Miro's kryptonite.
I didn't even know this was a thing until they said on commentary that this is a thing that happens, apparently.
Yeah. So it
He,
worked, right? He almost beat him, maybe, and then he lost. He got his head kicked off, and then like Chris Jericho's like, you see, Fuego del Sol's head in the front row right there, and
he said
yeah,
some
it was
kid got it. That's a great souvenir.
yeah, that's what he said. And then that fucking what's it called? What's that submission called? The game over? Yeah, the game over. That's game over thing is brutal now.
It is. He really, I don't know if it's just the way Fuego took it, but it looked
He does
great.
that with everybody now, apparently. Where he just
I
kind of
know.
bends them back like that. And now he doesn't even sit on them and like not like what's it called? Camel clutch type style, but more so just like wraps them around and kind of puts them in like a sleeper hold position type thing.
It looked especially vicious, though, for some reason when he did the Fuego dust, so I don't know what it was, but it really did.
Miro's just vicious now. Like he's no longer a gamer. He's like he's a boss level dude.
He's not to disrespect. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, Fuego does get the contract because he got over with the fans.
I'm not
That's
even
really,
mad at it because it
I don't
makes
know.
sense in story a little bit. Whatever.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah. Good for him for having he's a talented guy, you can tell.
Trains more internal TDTs, but that's all I saw. So
I'm sure. You can
I mean,
tell. I mean, it was just smooth. It was smooth, everything he did.
I know you're fucking we're joking. I was legitimately the only offense he had in Smash was internal TDT. It's like
It was I think he may have done a dive. That's why he may have done like a little dive here and there, like a little Hurricane Rana, but yeah.
possibly, but it was really just 3 tornado TDTs, and that's really it.
Yeah, I wonder how old he is.
Probably in his 20s.
That's what I would assume.
Maybe not. I can imagine he's much older than Sam.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like the
So
inner circle is like an afterthought. That's nice, but I feel like that's what's going on. Like every other stable or faction is succeeding, and then the inner circle's there just like, we're here, and here's my dude Sammy. Here I am, Chris Jericho. It's like
I
they kind of
really
just want the inner circle to survive off of the name and not like what they do.
I can see why that might bother you, but I mean, I don't mind it at all. Like, it's a good thing. You don't want to over pollute the show with the inner circle because something like that can get old no matter how good they are.
I do think that, but it's just so casual now. It's just like,
I
and
like it.
sometimes it's not even like connected at all. No one helps each other. And it kind of feels just like they're not like every other group is kind of just helping each other. They're all sticking together. They're all like super business about things. And then the inner circles, they're just kind of floundering around, just you know,
Yeah, I can see that, but I mean,
they're all just super nice guys, just chilling.
I like the casual nature of it. Doesn't have to be.
And even with what's it called? Santana and Ortiz just walking out with Conan every night, with not even mentioning the inner circle whatsoever on commentary or anything like that. It just doesn't help anybody. And then Sammy Guevara coming out and forgetting that he's part of the inner circle because he's not on the show too much to help out Chris Jericho that one time. It's just like because I forgot he was even part of this thing. Like I forgot who was in the inner circle, what was going on. And then all of a sudden Sammy Guevara and Jake Hager come out. I'm like, wow, they're here and they didn't do anything at all ever. I don't.
They weren't allowed to for the most part.
I know they weren't allowed, but like they can't be in promos. I don't, they can't be in
It's,
like little backstage segments of discussions or anything like that. I don't know. I feel like just making them known. I don't. They used to do too many like press conference like segments here and there usually,
I think that's what they're
and that got old
trying
super
to
quick.
trying
But
to
like you can't
detox
just.
the audience. I think.
I feel that, but I just want them to have a little more attention on the group, you know, without
I
having to do. We don't have to go super extreme and then go super low. Like you could do somewhere in the middle. It's probably easy to do that.
I would do that after all.
Like just simply mention that Santana and Ortiz are part of the inner circle.
You could do that after all out. I think it's just now it all feels kind of separated. It doesn't feel like a very central thing at the moment. And I think everyone has their own thing to worry about. I don't think it has to be an inner circle versus pinnacle thing. I think it just has to be a MJF versus Jericho at the moment.
I feel that. I just don't. Like they don't have to like. I don't know. I just want fucking. It doesn't feel cohesive.
Uh, It doesn't bother me too much, but if it bothers you, that makes sense, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, because I literally just forgot he was even a part of that shit.
So I guess if you're a new viewer who hasn't seen Dynamite
I guess
Rampage,
he did help him that one time, but it's just like they're just so small, like such small moments that don't really matter.
plus if you haven't seen Dynamite Rampage recently, or this is your first time watching it, you might not even know it's a group. So I mean,
Yeah, yeah, that's true too. That's true.
I do see that being an argument against it.
Yeah, I didn't even know Conan was in AEW.
You know, who knows? Anyways, moving on now to the interview set with Mark Henry and Red Velvet and Britt Baker. It's pretty short, but I mean, it was a good little addition, I think.
Yeah, I like the little like side by side stuff.
Uh, it's basically just a precursor to the match, get you excited for it.
Yeah, I wish they. I really do wish they had like after every match or something, every important match, they had like a little interview in the ring or something.
That would have been cool. I don't know if it would have worked for this match specifically.
Not this
It,
one, but I just think even backstage with this one, with like tables or something would work.
possibly.
But like the opener, I think it would work.
Well,
And even then, it could work at the end too. It could work in the main event
you know, I'm
because all that has to
curious.
happen is that person has to leave forcefully.
Uh, yes, but I'm curious. What are your thoughts on this main event?
We talk about it right now. Oh yeah, we're talking about it right now. Okay, cool.
It,
I thought it
if you,
was okay,
yeah, I didn't
low
love it too
energy,
much. It wasn't really the best, especially compared to the first match. Nothing really top that. Miro
low
versus
energy.
Fuego, you didn't expect to top it, but this match, it wasn't really too interesting. I thought. which is unfortunate, but it just wasn't that great.
Yeah, yeah. I think yeah, just the energy went down from that point. Like it was super high and like super high still when during the Miro and Fuego match and then dipped down during the main event.
I like
And
the
it's like we
story.
like so because it's like Pittsburgh likes Britt Baker, so they're always gonna pop for Britt Baker. So you can
I
rely on
feel
that the whole time. But if the match itself is just not clicking, then you're not gonna
I
have too much Nashville cheering going on.
I personally feel they relied too much on that Pittsburgh thing to really get the match over. I think they could have maybe done a little bit less with that because the whole
That's
thing
fine.
was focusing on, she's from Pittsburgh. That's what that's another person. So it's not gonna make sense. So I don't know how I feel about that.
That's one of my only critiques. Like they like focused on that more than the match itself. Now, there was no probably. I mean, I don't know if there was any other reason to put this match as the main event.
I told earlier that's more of a women's vision focus thing, but I feel like this really should have taken a backseat to the Christian Kenny thing.
They should have been the opener, right? You kick it off with hometown loving Britt Baker with the towels and whatnot, and that's a good opener, like a good visual, good opener. You see, and then you kick it up a notch with the Miro Fuego match, and then boom, you get to your extreme, really, really hype crowd at the end.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, um, slight spoilers for the main event. If you don't want, for some reason, if you're listening to this, you haven't seen the show, for spoilers, whatever. But uh, re-debut versus change. I think that the title change is more main event worthy. First episode of a show,
Yeah,
but
I do think so. I think that's definitely like seeing Christian at the end of the show with the two championships would be a great sight to see.
yeah. And besides that, though, this match, I like the
And it's
idea.
like him smirking, and then maybe like an interview there about where he's gonna go from here,
If you wanted, you could save the interview maybe for Dynamite show within
or just a
Christian.
promo. At that
Yeah,
point, if you're gonna save it for Dynamite, just do a fucking promo.
you have Christian pointing to his head, suggesting he's in Kenny's head, and you could have ended the show like that. I thought maybe
Just be Luther. That's yeah,
Pete Luther, hits him, then remind people that he's there, everyone's favorite. So
indeed.
anyway, so this match, the main event, Britt versus Red Velvet. I enjoyed the story of working over the wrist. I thought that was a smart thing to focus on for obvious reasons. I especially liked how at the end she realizes, oh, I can't do it with this arm, I have to do it with the other arm. I feel
Yeah,
like
I don't
she
know
could
about
have been,
that. I feel like that makes the most sense at the beginning of the match, but okay.
I feel like she really should have realized it a lot sooner, but I like the idea of focusing on the wrist and showing that she had trouble with that move.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
not a
you should
solid story.
maybe you should have just had her do the curb stomp instead of trying to go for the logjam 15 times. But hey,
Yeah, do multiple curb stomps. That sounds brutal.
which by the way, I don't know how to feel about Jericho and commentary going, that's a curb stomp, that's a real curb stomp. And it
It's not a
doesn't win
real
the
curb
match.
stomp, and it's always super weak too.
It didn't even win the match. I got a 2 count.
Yeah, that right there was a real sick curb stomp. Nope.
It, I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to think. I don't want to get into the match. I didn't think it was that bad, but I mean, it wasn't great. There's a lot of issues with it.
Yeah, I'm sure Red Velvet tries her damnedest to do shit good.
I
This
am also
wasn't. It was the average performance level
average at best is this match.
for a main event.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about what you did. It's about the placement of where you were and what you did.
Like, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't.
And
It's
Britt
not.
Baker's not even to be she also didn't do so hot either. So it's
Not
not
even.
really that. It's just really about the placement. It's really what it is. And it wasn't gonna be a banger of a match anyway. Like really.
I don't think anyone really thought it was going to be. So I don't know.
I personally, me personally, I'm not too up on Britt Baker. Or I'm not too like confident in Britt Baker having like really, really, really good matches or anything like that, like bangers of matches. Because I think her whole character is what drives her, rather than her in ring work. But she
Her and
definitely works on her in ring work to make it as solid as possible. You can tell when she's in the ring, recently, that she makes it as solid. as she possibly can, and she's getting better day by day by day. So yeah,
He's,
and Red Velvet's doing the same. She's getting better day by day too. So
yeah, you're right. Breaker's definitely one of those people where it's a depends who she's with is how the match is gonna go, you know.
yeah,
But and Red Velvet, I think she's still relatively green. I know she's had a couple wins on Dark, but like overall, relatively
7
still.
maybe
I think it was 9 she won, which is impressive. But I mean,
9. And
it's
it's
just
yep. I mean, did it even happen? I mean,
if it's on Dark, did it even happen? It's a question we always ask here.
yeah.
But okay, let's move on to this match. I feel like we're just being negative about it. I don't want to do that. So, uh, matches for wins. She tries to attack Red Velvet a little bit more. Statlander comes and tries to help,
Oh yeah,
but
Chris
then
Statlander was in the crowd too
yeah, she was.
with Orange
Uh,
Cassidy,
Varsity
her best
Blondes were
friend.
also there. They showed the Varsity Blondes at the beginning of the time.
Yeah.
So honestly, where was
Where was Chris Statlander was there?
she? Was there? And then Jay Hater makes her debut after 2 years to become Britt Baker's brand new enforcer, and that's how the show
No one.
goes off here.
Awkward. Awkward.
No one knew who she was. It was unfortunate.
No one. She took off the mask. They don't even popped for her even coming out. Really, like, it wasn't even like they were just like, oh my god, this masked person. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? It wasn't like curiosity or anything like that. It was just kind of like a letdown. It was kind of like that, and then it was also she ripped off the mask and no one popped at all. So
It's so bad for this match and its placement. If it was on the, if you like I said, it was the opener, it wouldn't be going on it like this. We really wouldn't.
I feel like Jamie Hayter would have done. She would have probably benefited from a little bit of video packages and maybe not a mystery person angle.
Even said she hasn't been for 2. You can expect people to know who she is,
I
and
s- Here's the thing: they give their fans too much credit. That's what
they
it
really
comes
do.
down to.
I don't know the
Like,
twins.
I didn't know who she was until the commentator said it, and I said, "Oh yeah, her, Jamie
Yeah,
Hayter. I know of her." And yeah, she was in
and
AEW before. That's all I really know of her.
yeah, you really gotta assume, like, not don't overdo it, like they're doing with the CM Punk. He's the best in the world. Like, don't make it that obvious. But like, assume I'm a little bit dumb watching this because sometimes I am. Just
Yeah,
assume.
exactly. Just assume I will not know, especially when she's not on your program for like 2 years.
Like, you don't even have to say it. Like maybe like a month to ahead. Just start teasing stuff like that. Maybe.
Random person, but like give some little bits and details of who it might be, and then people can put it together on like Twitter, and then that kind of word gets around.
Yeah, having a one-off promo where Britt's like, "I need an enforcer," and then 2 weeks later she shows up. I mean, not the
Yeah,
best
and
way
the
to do it.
enforcer, you got little bits and pieces like leading to Jamie Hater, but not explicitly telling you it's her. I think that would be enough. People like putting together puzzles on Twitter. It happens all the time.
Man. So I mean, that's really it for this first edition of Rampage, right?
Yeah.
Um, I
It's like
mean,
if you do CM Punk return, I mean not CM Punk return, but anyone on the indies, if you do a return of them without giving them any, I don't know what I was getting at, honestly. Never, but
it
forget about
feels
this.
it feels
It just
incredibly weird
feels, yeah,
because the way they're building Chicago, it's like they wanted Chicago to be their first show, but then they realized they had the Pittsburgh date, and they realized we really shouldn't have done this, but we're here now and we have to.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like people. Okay,
And
here's what I was gonna say. It's like people are already talking about certain people coming into AEW, but none of those people were talking about Jamie Hayter coming into AEW. That's the kind of the
just
point I was going to make.
because they had no idea, how would they know? How would they
And how would
assume?
they know? But then it was a super surprise, is what I'm saying. It was one of those super surprises, and that didn't work out because no one really knew her.
Yeah. That's really it for that.
Yeah,
I almost did forget because we're doing this without notes because it was a 3-match show, and we really don't gotta take notes on this. Um, maybe it should just be a little bit more organized, but that's a thing for later. There was a
it was
Darby
fine.
Allin. There was a Darby Allin recap that we did forget to talk about, where they recap the best in the world thing to advertise next week. Just gotta
It
throw
was in
that
the
in there.
rafters too.
He was with his dad's thing.
It was Poppy Sting.
So, anyways, that was Rampage, the first debut episode. Now look, they had a great opener, awesome title change, heartfelt moment with Fuego del Sol. The main event was a little bit rough, but didn't go that long. Taz said the word "bean." I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I give it a thumbs up.
I'm giving it a double thumbs up.
Oh, yeah, okay. Not a thumb, not a double thumbs up, but thumbs up.
It's literally just because Taz said the word "bean," he gets an extra thumb.
Is that penis?
He
I mean,
said champ.
that's the name of one of the groups. So
He said champion, and that's enough for me.
no, man. I mean, that is one of the names of the groups. I mean,
It's
I
not the name of the
understand
group.
him
It's
saying it.
not.
Yeah, you have to say it. Like, there's
It's
no
the
other way
Pinnacle.
around it.
The Pinnacle's the name of the group.
Can't just call them like anything else.
All right.
Anyway,
Well,
you guys should just follow us on Instagram and Twitter and all that good shit. All right, everywhere. We're everywhere, bitch.
hold
And
on,
guess
hold on.
what?
Wait.
Bitch
Hold
ass
on.
motherfucker. Hey,
Hold on.
you give us 50 subscribers, motherfucker. What are you doing? Huh?
Okay.
Get off your fucking ass and boom, do it right now. All right, just subscribe with everybody. Tell everyone you know, all 50 of your friends. Tell them to come in here and just subscribe. All right, and check our content out because that's helpful. And also, why don't you subscribe, leave a like, comment, share, go on our podcasting channel, or not podcasting channel, go on Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star rating, bitch. And also, you're pussy, and you should subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts and follow us on Spotify. And we're on every podcasting platform. And shut the fuck up, bitch. Get out of here. All right, shit. See ya.
All right. Have a good one.